It's time to dad.
Hey now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, twins of all ages, welcome back to Time to Dad. We're once again joined by Nick and Alex, and I am Jason. And this is a show by dads, for dads, conducted by dads and around dads. We talk about all things dads. We try to help people out. If you want to like and subscribe to the show, feel free to do so on YouTube. Wherever you find your podcast. But I think YouTube is the best way to experience it because you get to see our handsome faces with our beards.
Yeah.
This week,
It's a requirement. We got to get Joe on the beard train.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This week, I think we mentioned, and I mentioned because it's a real topic, and I think all dads talk about this to themselves and to others most of the time. But the lawn, like right now, my lawn is hurting, and I would go out there with the spray to get the weeds that say they're going to kill the weeds and not the lawn. And in the back of my mind, and I don't know how deep you guys dig into the lawn thing, but
way too deep.
I know I didn't do what I had to do. I didn't do what I had to do. In this area, there's a process.
What you got? You got fescue grass up there?
That if it is, it's like a weed. No, it's a nicer. It's not like, I mean, it's not Kentucky. Yeah, I guess it.
We don't have like zoysia up there. That's a warm season grass. You probably got fescue. It's a cool season grass. Does it die back in the winter, or just stay pretty green?
Yeah, it dies.
Oh, you may not have.
But
whatchamacallit then?
It's the problem with it is you need the lime. The lime changes the acidity of your lawn, and that's the key in this particular area. I don't know how it works in different parts of the country, but around here, the key to your lawn is to lime it and try to change the acidity of the soil. Plus you get pine shit that fucks with it, and that's going to kill it. You got weeds, you got to thatch it, you get that dead shit. And I didn't do enough of any of this. And as I'm mowing it and just like hating myself, I know what I did wrong. I know. And that's the thing. When you get into the weeds, no pun intended, but when you get into the weeds and you know what's supposed to happen with your lawn and you didn't do it, and then you're mowing that piece of dog shit. Well, actually, I did mow some pieces of dog shit because that was on my lawn too. But I stepped in it. But you know what you were supposed to do. You didn't do it, and then you pay for it all year round because you can't put that toothpaste back in the bottle. Your lawn is fucked for a year. Nick's laughing because his lawn's
just
not
like your fucking phrases you come up with. No,
you care so much more.
Look. So you're right. There is. Listen, I take way too good of a care of my lawn, and my wife makes fucking fun of me for it. But when you drive down the fucking block, it turns heads.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that shit.
Do it
but
right.
People, there is like a regimen you got to do right. The first mistake people make is they go to Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever fucking big box home store you have. They go there and they go to the garden section and they buy the little fucking soil kit, and it's cheap as shit. And it comes with these little like capsules of shit in it, and you mix your soil up and you put it in there and it changes color. And then you're looking at this little fucking chart trying to guess what fucking color blue your pH level is. All right, that's absolute dog shit. Stop buying those. For the same fucking price, you can mail off a sample of your soil to somebody like Yard Mastery, and you will get like a high quality fucking analysis of your soil. You don't have to guess. They'll even tell you. It'll fucking say you need to add this many pounds of nitrogen fertilizer to your yard. This many pounds of NPK. It'll fucking tell you what the hell is wrong with your lawn and what's good. And it's the same fucking price, right? So that's where you start, because if your soil is fucking shit, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do to your lawn. It's going to look like dog shit. All right. So you got your soil test. You got that back. If you're up kind of northern, I'd say like North Carolina and further north, you need to, before the spring, before you see the first fucking weed pop up, you got to put a pre-emergent down. And that's going to depend on what kind of weeds you typically have and what kind of grass you have. But you need to put down a starter fert in the early spring before weeds come up, and it needs to have
Fucking weeds.
yeah, it needs to have a pre-emergent in it. And the pre-emergent is what keeps your fucking weeds from coming up in the first fucking place. So
Like
you
a
got to do
condom
that.
for your
Yeah.
lawn.
So you got to get the pre-emergent down to at least combat the early fucking weeds. Then I don't know, maybe April, May, you put down another app of starter fert to kickstart your lawn when you're getting all the fucking April, May showers, all that bullshit. And that
There's
is
some seed in there. You fertin with seed. You mix it.
No, so that depends on your
seeds.
grass type. Some grasses and warmer climates, like in the South, you can pretty much seed any fucking time of year. But when you get up into the northern states, the best fucking time to do it is in the fall, because if you've got pretty hot summers, all that work's going to go to shit, because the grass, it's not going to be able to establish itself before the heat of the summer. And in the heat of the summer, you can't apply more fertilizer because you'll fucking burn the shit out of your lawn. You could use like a slow release fertilizer if you want. That'd be fine. Something like a Milorganite most people can find. And that's basically like shit they take out of sewage water and they put it in granule form. So you're like throwing shit all over your yard.
Fuck yeah.
But that's slow release. You could dump a dump truck of that shit on your lawn and you'll never burn it. But yeah, if you're in the cool season grass areas, go look at a fucking map. It'll tell you where you are. You can look at your growing zone. But the fall is when you want to aerate, right? You can pay somebody, or most box stores will rent them to you for like $75 for a day. And what
I got the vacuum. It's called a Sun Joe. The only problem is
fuck?
it.
Oh,
it's
is that
electric.
a dethatcher?
It's both. It's a dethatcher, and then you change the attachment, and it punches it. It's very
it punches too. Okay, well that's what you need.
It does both, and but the bag's too small, so it dethatches and it fills up in like one swipe.
I've never even seen one with a bag. It usually just poops it out on the lawn right behind it.
Well, no, because it's a dethatcher, so it's like raking and
yeah, but I've seen it just dump it usually. I didn't even know they made one with a bag.
Well, if you're punching it, you want to just
yeah.
But yeah, I like it because it's like a electric rake when you dethatch, and then
you gotta be careful though.
Shit up.
Yeah, I've seen people destroy their lawns dethatching too, just because dethatching is good if you've got something that needs to be
to destroy.
Well, I mean, if you have really matted down, like I don't bag my grass clippings. I always mulch it, right? So it just goes back into the lawn, breaks down.
Because you got good stuff. You got good stuff to spread around. I got shit and weeds. I'm putting that in the
but that's what I'm saying. If you bag it all year, you don't need to be dethatching.
Alex,
you guys care so much more about your lawn than I do.
Dude, I take it serious, man.
I just mow the damn lawn. That's all.
Bro,
I do.
I will
you
stop on a dime mowing if I see a
this.
fucking weed and people look at me, because I'll pull that fucker and stick it in my back pocket. Fuck them. My shit looks good. But anyway,
that's the real way to get
aerate, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed about all this.
The purpose of aerating is to one, break up the soil so it's not so hard. Two, to allow nutrients, water, fertilizer to get deeper into your soil more easily. So you got to aerate. I made the mistake. I skipped it. I skipped aerating. 3 years ago, and the next summer I could totally fucking tell that I fucked up by not aerating, because I threw seed down and I didn't.
That's what I'm looking at right
now. But all right, so soil test is probably the number one biggest thing. Get a professional fucking soil test. Most kits are like $20-$25, and the one at Home Depot and Lowe's is like $18. So you're not saving a lot of money, but you're getting high quality results. Then the second most important thing I can tell anybody is stop buying fucking Scott's grass seed. Go look at the fucking label on this. Every grass seed, it has to have a standardized label on it, and it will tell you exactly the percentages of shit in there. So the number one thing you're going to see in there on the shitty brands, you're going to see weed seed, and it's going to be anywhere from like 5 to 10%. So 10% of the millions of pieces of grass seed going on your lawn is fucking weeds. And The other thing you want to look at is inert matter, which is basically like seed that's not viable, fucking chunks of dirt, dog. There's shit in the grass seed.
Filler.
So you're not even getting what you pay for. But if you look at like a Jonathan Green grass seed, which is a pretty good, like Black Beauty is pretty sweet. I use that sometimes. But you'll look at the weed seed content and it's zero, literally fucking zero. So yeah,
That's so good. I don't know.
number two, you can order it online. It's the same price, and a lot of places will do free shipping because of.
They're like smuggling.
No, it's like
good shit. The government gonna crack down
for a 50-pound bag. It ranges from like $75 to like $100, and most places you get free shipping if it's over like $50. So they'll ship it to you. Like I order my grass seed from a place called GCI Turf that's in North Carolina. But buy a fucking quality grass seed, because if you buy the Scott's, I can't even think of the other shit brands because I haven't bought it in so long. You're essentially throwing weeds back into your lawn, and it could potentially be weeds that are fucking extremely hard to get rid of once they establish themselves. And then the third biggest thing is just water your fucking lawn, man. People throw grass seed down
at the right time.
Yeah,
at the right
and
time.
they
don't do it when the sun's gonna just soak it back up.
Yeah, no.
You got to.
I highly recommend you
when the sun's just peaking, or at night, like a certain time.
Yeah, if you don't, even if you don't have irrigation, you can buy the. It's like $25. You can buy a digital timer that your hose plugs into, and you can water it periodically throughout the day, in the early morning, late at night. But a lot of people just throw the grass seed down and think by some miracle it's just going to start to grow. Sure, some of it will grow if you get a heavy rain, but you're not going to get the germination rate as if you water like you're fucking supposed to water. So that's probably the next biggest one. But I mean, I take my shit pretty serious. I sharpen my blades. I sharpen my blades regularly. I mean, it looks nice. It looks fucking nice.
It's so nice. Yeah, you don't want uneven cut.
Yeah.
I mean, you do all this work and the cut looks like shit, you know.
Yeah, and I cut my shit with like a old ass mower, like double wide walk behind that my dad bought, and probably like
you put a picture
1995.
Nick, you put a picture up in the group, right?
That was my lawn, yeah.
With like the cross cuts. Fucking God.
Yeah. It didn't even do it justice, because the front lawn, it never gets that like perfect angle of sun to like catch all of it.
It's real shit for dads out.
It's dad porn is a nice lawn. Right
but I'm in dad lawn hell, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I know what I'm supposed to do. To not so much, and I was just educated because I don't use Scott's just because I've been told
not don't do
Scott's, but I haven't peeked on the label.
Don't buy the Scott spreaders either.
The weeds. Well, I have to admit that I think that's what I got.
If it's the one with the hollow plastic wheels, then you're fucked. Because what it does is as it rolls and throws seed,
it leaves mark.
No, it doesn't leave a mark. It lays all of your fertilizer and seed right along the path of the wheel, because it gathers in those little gaps in the wheel, and it just dumps it all in a line. And people forever post in the lawn care group I'm in, and like you can literally see the little strip where the tires went, and it's all like lush, dark green grass. And it's because the wheel collected everything it threw and dumped it right in a straight fucking line instead of scattering it. And it's really unfortunate. But don't buy one with the plastic hollow wheels if you can help it.
I gotta get my shit together
right
because
he's like, who the fuck thinks of this shit?
The amount of nerdism for grass. I am both impressed and disappointed.
I don't even know where I got the itch from, because my dad was like, he wasn't like that. He was just, cutting the grass was a chore. You cut it and you weed it and you're fucking done. I don't know where, like when I became obsessed with like having a really well kept lawn.
Well, it's better. It's better because it's gonna be nicer for your kids to walk and play on, but it's gonna have less bugs, and then when it's weeds, man, that shit grows so much faster in certain spots, and you got to cut it more.
It does. It
weeds,
starts like, I don't mind a weedy lawn if it's like fresh cut and it looks like grass, but yeah, once all the weeds like start flowering and getting all fucking giant, it just looks bad.
One thing to be careful, my lawn got fucking cocky last year because I did the right things last year. He did. The neighbor fucking is a fucking lawn. Their lawn looks like shit, total dog shit. And he's like, I'm gonna wait till it goes to seed. You ever heard this? This fucking goes to seed. What the fuck? So he like grows like these patches of.
You know what's funny though?
He grows.
If you use like a commercialized seed like Scott's and shit, it's all sterile seed. So it'll go to seed, but it'll never fucking germinate. It's just like crop seed. You know, they're not allowed to, like a lot of the crop seed you can buy, the fruit produces sterile seeds. So you can't grow a fuck ton of tomatoes and save the seeds and then plant them again next year.
No. So his lawn sucks and he's got no interest. And it was so bad last year that like where I did fertilize, like the line.
Oh yeah, the domination line, perfect. That's where
dude.
It's at.
No, dude, it was worse than that because I was like watering and I was trying to cover it and it was going in a circle, so it was like catching some of his lawn. And so he's got like a little spot, or last year he did, and even the neighbor's like, well, we can tell where some of your fertilizer spilled onto our lawn or whatever. And but my lawn got cocky in it, looking at that piece of shit lawn next door, and they got lazy. And I got lazy, and I didn't fucking do what I was supposed to do in the fall. And now we're here, and my lawn is shit, and I got to deal with it. And
you can still recover. You just got to buy. You just got to buy some pretty expensive. Do you have a Southern States up there? Probably not.
We have Southern States. No,
I know it's called Southern States. Well, find a good. Do you have like co-ops up there for like farming stuff anywhere?
Is this hippie talk?
What?
Nick, this is Massachusetts.
You still have rural areas in Massachusetts, but they'll have the really good herbicides that can like selectively kill shit quick without fucking your lawn up. But you got to pay money for those. You got to have a little sprayer. But I mean, yeah, that shit works. And if your lawn's really fucking bad, just nuke that shit, man. Just fucking burn it off with grass and weed killer, and just fucking, you will be way happier if you start your lawn from bare and you know you've got fresh good seed down. It'll look like fucking hell at the beginning of fall, and your neighbors will be like, what the fuck's this guy doing? But when it comes up in the fall and starts thickening up around Halloween, you'll be like, damn, I'm so fucking glad I did that. I did it to my backyard because the front yard when I moved in was okay, but the backyard was fucking weed city. And it was just so hard. And if I killed all the fucking weeds, it would look like there was no fucking grass anyway. So I just smoked it all off with grass and weed killer and then started fresh.
I'm ready to go to war with this. I'm gonna do that shit.
I'm gonna do.
Wait till you gotta wait till like, I don't know. You get colder. What time do you really start getting? Because for the seed to grow, I think I forget the exact temperature, but I think you want it to be around 60 degrees or warmer, the soil temperature. But you want to wait as long as you can before smoking it off, and then just whatever's left, just cut it down to the fucking dirt and just start fresh. Sometimes that's easier than putting in the work to try and just kill the weeds and shit like that.
I'm done with it. It's such shit.
I'll come up there. We'll do a lawn renovation.
I did kind of get it last year. It was okay, and I saved because you got the areas around the septic system, and that's tough.
Oh, you got septic tanks up there?
But we got septic. Yeah, nice. I got a septic tank in the backyard. But it's not like it's up on a hill or anything. It's like a flat surface. But that was really bad. Ants and stuff, ant hills in the fucking lawn. So we've made strides together. I've been working on this since I bought the house, but
it's a love-hate relationship, man.
2 steps.
So even
It's going
There's
back.
something in the
it's going
fucking
backwards
water
right
this
now.
year
It's back.
because there'll come a year where everybody in the group is like, what the fuck is going on with like POA, which is it's a perennial like ryegrass that's fucking impossible to get rid of. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's more rain in the spring or what it is, but it'll go batshit crazy. You'll start seeing posts that are like, I've never fucking had this problem. Where did it come from? And it's the fucking soil juju, man. It just comes out of fucking nowhere.
I think I got acorn
Ooh,
trees
fuck
like
that.
that, where they'll only bury. They like literally will bury you, but it's once every 3 years or something crazy. It's
like
not every
cicadas,
year,
man.
but once every like 3 years, I believe it is. It's you literally. I could go out and I'm ice skating on fucking nuts.
One
with
of
the acorns.
our
It's
neighbors
crazy.
growing up had nothing but acorn trees, and he would literally pay us a penny an acorn to pick them up. And me and his
Yeah.
son would go out. I mean, we were like little kids, so that was a fuck ton of money. But me and his son would go out in the yard with 5-gallon buckets and fill those fuckers up with acorns.
You can
get $10.
Crazy. It's not every year though. I'll be like, oh, they're gone, and then I think next year they're coming.
I don't know what you do. I mean, sometimes a leaf blower can get them, but once you step on them and they like get stuck in the ground, there ain't shit you can do about it.
Oh, if it rains and it's soft, no, the leaf blowers, especially, I mean, maybe a really powerful gas one, but nah, that they're resilient. They stay. Gotta like rake them up and then blow them and hope they go away. It's crazy.
What you got, Alex? What's your lawn looking like?
Terrible, but I don't care as much as you guys.
So that's all that matters. You don't have to care. Some people care.
I never cared.
I have to cut it, but that's about as much.
Do you cut it like as short as humanly possible when you cut it?
No.
Oh.
No. Like,
I'm OCD. I'd put down carpet if I could. If I could afford it. Just like put down like giant
Dude, they make some pretty sweet products for like people with smaller backyards and patios that are like very fucking grass like, but they're expensive.
I want it all. It's not a huge lawn. It's almost like if you had FU money, this lawn, it's like this yard is almost the right size where you could do it. It's like it would be prohibitively expensive, but if you were just
I could do the backyard, the front yard would not be an option.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing I would ever do for my lawn is get like a robot lawnmower.
Yo, the Husqvarna one's fucking top notch. But it's like $2,500.
Are you mowing your lawn? Is it electric?
I mean, I like mowing my lawn. I kind of enjoy it.
Can't you put like a
balls on a 95-degree day, but I still kind of enjoy it.
No, what I'm saying is if you don't enjoy it, like I could totally justify to myself and maybe even my wife, like, dude, a robot mower, because I hate mowing the lawn, but I don't want it to look like shit either. Like, you'd be down for it. She'd be like, yes. As long as that damn lawn gets cut.
I've watched a few videos on them. They're fucking sweet. They go out and do their jam, and then when they get low, they go back and they dock themselves, and then they'll come back out and cut whatever else they can.
Isn't that crazy?
It's fucking awesome, dude.
It's like the vacuums. It's like the Roomba vacuum.
It's exactly like that. So I fucking love it.
I could do it, but I think on some level, that I'd rather have that for the vacuum. Like for the lawn, I do think I have to get some involvement with it. But I have the stupid electric lawnmower that I thought was a great idea.
Which
one?
I
have to like service it.
Oh, okay. I mean, they make pretty good shit.
Mine's great.
There's nothing wrong with it. It works very well. But something happened with that battery. I don't know if it's again, cold weather destroys.
Yeah, you gotta keep them inside.
It's a whole nother level. So the battery is definitely having.
They're expensive too, aren't they?
I think it's
like $100.
I think it was because it got. Yeah, and it got left out in the garage because it was the first year I had it, and it's like it tells me it's overheating. It doesn't know what's going on, so it's not the mower itself I like, but I think I might have fucked that battery.
Whoops.
I don't know.
Stop
see.
fucking batteries.
We'll see.
Moral of the
Yeah,
story.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever messed up electrical stuff is like a battery for one of my tools at work for a Milwaukee little bit driver, I guess. I dropped it so many times that battery gave up. I thought it was the whole gun, and then I switched batteries and it worked fine. I'm like, oh, I literally murdered this battery by dropping it so many times. But like, I'm not nice to any of my tools. I abuse them like probably beyond what they should be used for. But
You're a mechanic.
because I need it. I need to complete my objective faster, and something electric with lots of power isn't going to get the job done. But that's not going to prevent me from dropping it because I'm just
Milwaukee
clumsy.
just got into the lawn care game.
Yeah, I know.
They've got battery.
I think it was like $1,000 for the mower, and I was like, nope.
Yeah. And the weed whacker, I think, is the most economically priced. I think that was like $250, and it comes with maybe
you can justify that
a 4 or an 8 amp hour battery.
Nice.
I've been thinking about switching to Milwaukee, but I can't justify it because right now everything I fucking own is rigid. So all my batteries are rigid. All my cordless shit's rigid.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, all my electrical power tools are Milwaukee.
Yeah, they make nice shit.
Yeah, I like it.
12 volt or 18 volt?
I'm telling you,
or both.
Both.
Yeah,
not DeWalt.
I have both.
DeWalt. I see the construction guys at the dealership. I see them all with DeWalt shit.
DeWalt's pretty good.
I don't know.
Well, they're the only one that offers
the
20
same way.
volt, so you get a little bit more power out of them.
Wonder if.
Not really, dude.
Oh, okay. Is it like a union thing? Like they all get DeWalt shit handed to them?
I'm not
Like,
sure.
what's going
I'm
on
not
there?
sure.
It's totally a preference thing. Some people really like Milwaukee. Some really like DeWalt. Some will fucking mix them, which is highly frowned upon. Yeah, it's a preference thing. I mean, some people just like the fucking black and red of Milwaukee.
About DeWalt. Yep. My father-in-law is all about DeWalt. And every time he ever is around me with my Milwaukee stuff, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty neat." And I'm like,
I will say, Milwaukee has the most innovative shit. I think they're the most innovative as far as stuff they've got that works.
Yep.
And not just power tools either. I'm talking like their stack system and all that. Like their fucking coffee mug, heated jackets. Fucking got everything.
Yeah, they're like fully invested into like the working man. It's
like bougie working man though sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, because some of their stuff is expensive, especially the heated jackets, like you said. Yeah, but it's if you compare it. So since I'm in that mechanic world, if you compare it to Snap-on tools, it's $200 to $300 less.
Yeah,
and just as good, if not better, and cheaper.
Sounds like the Hyundai of power tools.
Except they last though.
Them's just fighting words, sir.
Snap-on's just branded trash anyway.
Dude, listen, I was a Snap-on guy.
You were in that truck every payday?
Just about when I first started, dude. Honestly, yeah. When I first started, I was in that Snap-on truck way too much when I should have been looking at companies like Milwaukee and not be so invested in Snap-on, which again was. I mean,
they do good warranty. Like they hold up their shit pretty well, from what I hear.
Yeah, hand tools. Yeah, fantastic warranties. Lifetime warranty is not a joke. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Lifetime warranty is not a joke.
Lifetime warranty is not a joke. Yeah, hand tools. And then
that's where you were. That's all I got for you.
I still forgot. I still forgot. It's all right. Let's move on.
All right. What are we moving on to? We got like
What's
10
Jason
minutes.
Eating?
Yeah. What do you eat, bro?
Still stupid.
You didn't talk about your hat.
I don't know.
I thought you were going to open the show with talking about your hat.
Ninja Turtles hat, dude.
It's a nice hat.
I like it.
How many hats
I'm very
do
jealous.
you have?
Yep. Oh my god. I have bags. I have bags and boxes of hats.
Yeah, more than me.
So at certain points I've been told I had so many that I have to go through them, and I would I'll put them in a bag or a bin or something, and I'll basically say, look, these have been retired, but they're not going. I'm not getting. I can't. They're not leaving my possession. I'll put them in the box or the bag somewhere that I can't wear them regularly, but they can't go away. And I think at some point my wife caught on, and after like a year, she makes them go away.
They
anyway.
just disappear.
I don't know, but
fucking women.
I don't know, but somewhere I'm pretty sure there's another bag in a bin.
She probably just stuck it somewhere like my wife and just forgot. And then I'm going to find it 5 years from now and be like, remember that shit I was really fucking pissed off that you lost and moved?
Mm-hmm.
And then I find it in like the most random fucking place it has no business being in. Mm-hmm. 5 years later.
It could have been.
I have a duffel bag.
I mean,
I have a little duffel bag full of hats. And I thought that was too much.
That sounds better. I have a lot. I've got an arm. It's not a armoire. It's like what do you put your feet on? Like
ottoman.
When you're at the an ottoman, right? I've got an ottoman
nice.
filled with them.
Wow.
That's my current. So that's next to my bed. Hats. So I stole the ottoman and I started putting hats in there because that was a little more visual for me, so I could kind of pop it open. The problem I have is I got a lot of frankly, when I worked at Toyota, they make a lot of nice hats, and I had a lot of hats, and now those are.
Would you say you wore a lot of hats with Toyota?
100%. That's what you do in this in sales. No, but I had
Alex
a lot.
Was with me.
I probably. Okay. No, I'm with it. But I probably had four or five Toyota hats that now are just like, damn it, like that's a nice hat, and I can't wear it.
Just put a new patch over it or something.
Yeah, I could. I got to get some. I've been looking seriously into the hat patch game, or like a customized hat where they make like a little iron thing, like for the shirts, like the Cricut iron on for shirts, and so they have like a hat. Yeah, they have like a whole setup that looks like a hat, and you can put the hats on there and iron on.
Don't tell my wife; she'll start making fucking hats, man.
Design your own hats, so I'm in on that.
T-shirt, fucking press thing. Got a fucking mug thing, so she can stick shit to mugs. It's like a little sweatshop going on in our extra bedroom, man. There's just all kinds of shit in there like that.
My gosh.
Which I can't give her shit because occasionally with her Cricut, she does cool shit that I need. But the rest of the fucking year, I'm just like, why do we need all this shit?
We have it. We have Cricut stuff. I think there's a bunch of vinyl.
It comes in handy when it's like the day before some spirit day at school, and they're like, parents, make sure your kid has this shit. And you're like, where the fuck am I going to find a T-shirt that has that at 8:00 on a Wednesday night? And you're like, I know. I'll fucking make that shit.
That's right. Way cheaper too.
Well, shit.
No,
go ahead. I'm gonna wrap us up.
No, Cricut.
Any closing thought?
Wrap it.
What the fuck is
Cricut? Wrap it up.
It's
bag it, wrap it.
So it's like a vinyl cutter. It's not like a big auto shop like vinyl cover. It's like a cutter. It's like a desktop sized one.
Mm-hmm.
But depending on which one you have, you can cut like thin wood with it to do shit. You can do like vinyl graphics. You can do t-shirt graphics. You can do pictures that you fucking sublimate and stick onto mugs. I
got permanent yellow right here.
They're permanent, so they say. I don't think we have anything printed that's old enough to really judge that. But you can do all kinds of crazy shit. You can make little banners, and I mean, it's a vinyl cutter is what it's most known for, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's negative space, so it's gonna cut. It's gonna cut like if you got to get like a silhouette of something, and then it'll cut the negative space. You can layer it. That's a little bit more advanced, but when you start out, it's really just like negative space, cutting vinyl, and then putting cool shit on your shit, stickers on your.
Our
computers and t-shirts.
apparently Windex is a little too strong for the old Samsung washer and dryer. 'Cause my wife was
What?
wiping it down and it started wiping off all the fucking labels around the dial.
Whoa.
So she ended up
wow.
reprinting little like decorative labels for all the dial settings because we just wiped them off. So don't use
Nice.
Windex
You got a
on your
Samsung fridge?
Samsung. No, we have an LG fridge, but Samsung washer
I
and
don't
dryer.
even know what we have.
I just got a Samsung fridge.
My
I'm
old
sorry,
one
I
was
like it.
Samsung
My
at our
fridge was
old
shit.
house. I fucking loved that thing. Actually,
I like
our
this fridge a
LG,
lot.
the
It's nice.
compressor shit out on it last summer.
Yeah, we had an LG and we had the same issue.
They replaced it under warranty, but it still fucking sucked.
They sold it.
We lost like $1,000 worth of food, and they at least gave us a check. I think it was $150 to rebuy some groceries, which was nice. They didn't have to do that at all. But at the same time, we were like, fuck, like, man, we gotta fill the refrigerator back up. So
That's crazy.
but I like Samsung appliances.
It's got the
They're
water
good.
pitcher.
I like Samsung
It's got
TVs.
the pitcher.
Yeah, we have a Samsung
I
TV.
like that pitcher.
The pitcher?
Samsung
You have a pitcher in your refrigerator?
The pitch. It's a auto
Oh, that's
fill
nice.
pitcher.
We don't
I
have
like
it. We
that.
got the ice and
And-
bottle filler, but we don't have a pitcher.
Yeah.
So right next to the bottle filler, it's got a
You
pitcher.
just pull it out of the
that'll fill
door?
itself up.
Oh,
Yep.
that's cool, dude.
Nice. And
Wait,
you can
does it
put
stay
lemon,
chilled
like
or-
lemon in it if you
Or
want.
is it like fill on demand?
Yeah, it's in the
it's
fridge.
in the fridge. Okay.
It's in the fridge with the water dispenser. The water dispenser is right next to it, and it's like one or the other.
Oh, you have
Like,
to
can
open the
take
fridge to
pitcher
use
and
your
you
water
can-
dispenser. Interesting. My
Yes.
old Samsung
auto
didn't have
has,
that.
like,
It was just refrigerator, freezer, ice maker.
I don't even know what we have.
It has an auto open and close feature. So like you like put your hand on the little sensor
Whoa.
and it like releases the
Mm.
door, but it's not like it opens all the way. It just opens.
So you can
now
open
it's
it with your hip
like
or something?
Basically swings. Literally,
Yeah.
yeah, you
That's
can
cool,
just kind of
dude.
like open it with your pinky now, and it closes itself if you
Oh,
leave it
I
at
need
that,
that.
level. And it'll
Ours just
like,
beeps
that's
at you if you
awesome.
leave that fucker open for more than like 10 seconds.
oh, it
yeah.
does that too. It'll do that too. If it's like wide open, it can't
Nice.
like power itself closed from wide open. But I enjoy it. It's
Well,
nice.
there you have it, folks.
Glass front.
Take
though.
care of your lawn. Appliances, tools.
Mm.
What else do we talk about?
Milwaukee.
Another successful podcast.
Exactly.
This is as dad as it gets.
Super,
This is
super
as
dad.
as
We
it
nerded
gets.
out.
I have to
Super
agree.
dad on this one.
There was no doubt. Any point you come into this show, there was no doubt what we were and what we were about. Being
All we
dads.
were missing were like New Balance shoes with grass stains propped up in front of the
I don't think
camera.
I could ever do that.
That's
I
good.
don't
That's
think I
gonna
could
be
ever
the
buy it.
fucking the image for the episode. It's just gonna be grass stained New Balances and fanny packs
Mm-hmm.
with a Milwaukee
Levi's.
like ratchet driver hanging out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! All right,
Good
thank you
stuff.
guys
Good
for hanging out with us yet again. Hopefully you're as nerdy as two of us are about lawn care, and maybe you're a hat guy. Maybe you like hats. We didn't even talk about the Ninja Turtle light up shoes. That'll be next episode, I guess.
Oh yeah, we need to get some.
So, but thank you guys.
Needs a whole
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh,
Ninja
there you
Turtle
kind of
needs
see it.
Whole episode.
We'll do one episode where we just
There,
Jason
probably.
just shows off his hats and we just comment on them all.
Oh yeah, dude.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a good night, a good weekend. Hope you treated your wife to something special for Mother's Day just passed. But stay tuned. We have a super special episode coming up after this one releases. We're gonna have a specialist on talking about some substance abuse and some resources available to you guys if you need them. So please, that should be an awesome episode. Check that one out. And if not, like, subscribe and catch us on the next episode. See you
Later.
Bye.